Alright, so in this video I'm going to talk about alkanes, alkenes, and something called an alkyl group. So alkanes are basically saturated hydrocarbons. So the first one is methane, and then you have um, ethane, propane, butane, and pentane, and the list would just go on. So alkanes generally have this general formula, CnH2n plus 2. So here C was 1, so H was 2 times 1, which is 2, plus 2, 4, and so on and so forth. These are alkanes, and I'm just going to write the names. So this is, you have to memorize these: ethane, ethane, propane, butane, and pentane. So the only thing to know here is the ane at the suffix tells you that this is an alkane. Meth tells you it has 1 carbon, eth tells you it has 2 carbon, prop tells you it has 3 carbons, but 4, bent 5, and it goes on. For a general rule, you should know all the names all the way up to C12. And then I'm going to talk about another group, alkenes. So they are like alkanes, but the suffix is "ene." So you don't have anything here because alkenes are unsaturated, which means you must have at least 1 carbon-carbon double bond. So if you only have 1 carbon, it cannot form another double bond with the carbon. So that's why you don't have something called methane. It doesn't exist. So what you would have is C2H4, which is going to be called ethene, and C3H6, C4H8, C5H10. So likewise, the names are going to be ethene, propene, butene, and pentene. So this, I'm just giving you the basics at the moment, and we'll probably move on to something else. So let me choose a different color. All right, now I'm going to talk about something called an alkyl thing. Alkyls, I'm going to talk about alkyls. So in this case, alkyls are basically stuff that will have 1 hydrogen less than an alkane, than a corresponding alkane. So this CH3, it's going to be called a methyl group. So this is a methyl group, because again, notice that the YL, the suffix, tells you what kind of stuff it is. Here ENE and here ENE. So methyl is going to be 1 hydrogen less than a methane. So there it is. So what allows, this allows the alkyls to form another bond with somebody else. Like this carbon has 1 open bond here. Because carbons can form 4 bonds, it is already bonded to 3 hydrogens, so one of its bond is open, so it can bond with somebody else. And then likewise, you would have C2H5, you would have C3H7, C4H9, C5H11, and so on and so forth. And there are bonds open. So and the names are going to be likewise. So it has two carbons, so it's going to be if, and it's an alkyl, so it's going to be called an ethyl. It's going to be a propyl. This is going to be butyl, and this is going to be pentyl, and so on and so forth. And one thing I'd like to mention that the general formula for alkenes is CnH2n. That's it. And for alkyls, it's going to be CnH2n plus 1. So go ahead and memorize at least all the way up to 12 carbon atoms. And do one thing, that is focus on the alkyl groups, because these, you're going to need these groups and then the names of these groups, the alkyl groups. You're going to need them for naming organic compounds in O levels as well as in A levels. So make sure you understand what's happening here.